One film I saw on the pages of Fangoria magazine every few months when nothing else was going on in the horror world was 1989's Society, which was Brian Yuzna's directorial debut. From the images they were allowed to use in the articles, Society sure looked like something. But it became an impossible goal. None of the video stores I had access to ever had it, and I never saw it play on pay cable, so eventually it fell off my radar. Now the film is out on Blu-ray from Arrow Video though, so here we go. Billy Warlock of Baywatch fame plays Bill, a Beverly Hills kid with non-Beverly Hills problems. He doesn't seem to fit in anywhere. Not with his family, not with his girlfriend, not even with his friends. Now, right away there are heavy hints at incest and events happening off camera that sound super squishy, so yeah, it's not going to be for all tastes, and it probably isn't going to be for mine either. After about 40 minutes of nothing really horror-esque actually happening in Society, outside of a brief fantasy sequence or two, you realize why the opening credits feature a slow-motion montage of the film's upcoming special effects. It's so if you've been sold the promise of a horror movie, don't worry, one's coming. Supposedly. Until then, though, it's hard to say just what this movie actually is, but you get to enjoy everyone being against anything and everything Billy says and does, all while acting weird and squishy.
How do you like your tea? Cream? Sugar? Or do you want me to pee in it?
You're a class act, Clarissa.
But, okay, look, I'll just cut to the chase. The point of Society is its lauded finale, and an event known as the Shunting, which is literally an orgy of special effects. From a production standpoint, it's an impressive feat, but is it worth getting to this point? Not really. And honestly, the finale doesn't make the lead-up any better. Society is more of an experiment than a horror movie with a narrative. And despite its overloaded finale, there's no actual ending to the film, it just stops. Bleh. Arrow Video's Blu-ray for Society is a pretty good package for you if you're a fan, or if you're like me and had always been curious about this title but never got around to it. A 17-minute interview with director Brian Yuzna is the main extra on the disc. Yuzna looks like your high school math teacher who was always maybe kinda cool, but you certainly didn't want to hang out with him or anything. Well, regardless, you'd never peg him to be the guy behind these insane movies. He notes that the genesis for Society came from an aborted project he was working on with Dan O'Bannon. And he's very humble about his first movie, admitting that it has problems and that he clearly made mistakes his first time out. Yuzna is very personable, and hearing him speak makes his career make perfect sense. There's also a Q&A with him from a 2014 film festival, and also a solo commentary track. Also on the disc is a 22-minute collection of interviews with cast members Billy Warlock, Tim Bartel, Devin DeVasquez, and Ben Meyerson. They all seem super stoked to do the film and don't have any regrets being in such a notorious movie. Elsewhere is a 21-minute collection of interviews with special effects crew members David Grasso, Nick Benson, and Screaming Mad George, who is certainly a character. The production of Society is impressive considering the $2 million budget, and it's another one of those movies you'll want to check off a list if you're educating yourself in the world of horror. But I did not have a good time watching it, and I never, ever want to see it again.